Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another episode of Blind Buys. I'm a little burnt out on the scent profile that we've been working on for the past 2 weeks, that of Ralph Lauren's Purple Label and Bond Number Nine's Bleecker Street. It's a woody, mossy kind of dry down that, although very nice, isn't really what I was looking for this kind of early spring transitioning into summertime scents. I'd like to do some more fresh stuff, some things that aren't so woody and, maybe a little older smelling. Um, I've got multiple requests for this. Okay, requested this a few weeks, maybe a couple months ago at this point. I'm sorry, it takes me some time to get to this. And then more recently, Jan Papaj or Jan Papaj. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. I don't really mean to do that. I'm just trying to get it right. Also requested this, and luckily enough, it was coming up. So we're going to take Romance Silver out of the lineup for now. Just kind of skip over it, as that would be the natural conclusion of Bleecker Street and Purple Label. But I want to do something different. The weather's looking a little better for the week ahead, and overall, I just kind of want to do something else. So that being said, we will blast right into this. Obviously, you can see we are doing Chanel Allure Homme Sport. And when I picked up the bottle, or the box rather, I noticed that there's this weird, it's like bulged out. So that's kind of odd. Either the bottle doesn't fit the box, or the shape of the bottle is not conducive for squareness, or something got jammed up in there. I don't really know what's going on with that, but I guess we will just plow right into it. If you guys are new to the channel, if this is your first time watching, I am not going to just talk about notes for 20 minutes straight. It's not just a first impressions on any of these. There is this side where I do this unboxing first impression type doohickey. And then on the other side of the waterfall, there is a more full review type situation going on, where I wear the fragrance for anywhere between 3 and 7 days, 8 days at other times, to really get a full kind of experience with the fragrance. That way I'm not just kind of wearing it for 2 hours and kind of guessing as to what this is really going to be like. I try to give you true experiences from this. Also, looking at this, before I even open this, we've got limonene, linalool, benzyl salicylate, alpha isomethyl ionine, citronellol, citrol, coumarin, and the ever-present geraniol. So the coumarin, I'm pretty sure, is tonka. The geraniol should add some sort of floral. And we've got limonene, linalool, citrol, citronellol, all citrus type things. So this should be really fresh and nice. I'm going to have to look up what alpha isomethyl ionine and benzyl salicylate are. And then IL-28I. Interesting. So let's bust this open. Sorry, I'm jawing a lot and talking about ingredients without actually So we've got kind of the, okay, so what is that? Okay, the bulge was a security tag, which we obviously don't need. Kind of the 3/4 guy going on here. Getting a little waft out of the cap already, which, ooh, kind of fancy smelling. All right. As far as Fragrantica Accords, we've got citrus, aromatic, vanilla, aldehydic, marine, sweet, fresh, spicy, fresh, and yada yada. You guys can read the rest. I like to use as many resources as possible. Fragrantica, Parfumo, I'll look at the website themselves. Sometimes I'm lazy, sometimes I'm not. I try to do my best, guys. Anyways, wow, this thing picks up fingerprints like a gobstopper. So there you go. You can already see one of my beautiful fingerprints on the front. Anyways, let's dive right in. Boy, this is a fancy presentation. Heavy cap, Nice chunky bottle. The atomizer, pretty much facing the right way. Just maybe 10 degrees off there. And let's kind of get right into this. Wow! Did you see that GD? Okay, it was already primed. Man, oh Lord. Lord have mercy. This is potent. Let's really stink ourselves up. Wow. Okay. Jeez, no wonder. Jeremy says Chanel is like the top brand, and I guess I can see why. My Lanta. Okay, yeah, so fresh. Not as citrusy as I thought it would be. It's not like there's a grapefruit coming out at you. It's not like it's a lemon pledge top or anything like that. Nothing very, it's all very subtle. It's well blended right off the top, off the bat. It's almost a little powdery when you dig your nose into it, which not really advisable anyhow. Let's give a couple more. This kind of in the air has that department store Macy's effect type general gorgeous, air to it. It smells like a rich, fancy department store. Kind of what you would expect if you walked into, say the Macy's or Nordstrom, anything like that. And it, Neiman Marcus, I would assume, probably smells a lot like Chanel. So I think this is kind of powdery and pretty nice so far. Let's get some actual notes that they're driving at. On the top, it lists orange, C notes, aldehydes, and blood mandarin. In the middle, we've got pepper, neroli, and cedar. And in the base, we've got tonka, vanilla, white musk, amber, vetiver, and elemi resin. So overall, I mean, this just, oh, Lord, is just beautiful. The aldehydes are coming through. It is airy and soft, sort of reminiscent to the Robot Juice, État Libre d'Orange, Ghost in the Shell. So think of that kind of airy, soft, slightly sparkly kind of thing, almost reminiscent of an antiseptic kind of hospital vibe. It's not off-putting, and it's almost a little weird in its own right, but it fits in its own place. You do get, now this is, I have never opened or smelled Acqua di Gio or anything like that, and I think that was the first fragrance to use like C notes. The actual note name escapes me right now. I'm gonna have to remember to put it here. And then but this, I would say, because I haven't really opened anything else more pronounced, this really does have that C vibe, much more so than like D&G Light Blue, Beauty of Capri, which is, I guess, really the only other C focused kind of scent that I have so far. Not too much citrus coming out, like I said. It's very well blended, and yeah, this is kind of an interesting one. It's obviously very well done. It's very upscale. This is a classy kind of scent, but also to be used in outdoor high heat type situations. So I think I'm gonna go outside because the weather's super nice. I've got a bunch of editing to do, and I think I'd like to do that sitting in the sun. So I think I'm gonna go outside and bake out a little bit and see if the high heat changes this at all. And as always, I'll be sure to let you know on the other side of the waterfall how this really plays out. So thanks, guys. Okay, folks, after 6 days of wear, I think we can wrap up our thoughts on Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. We'll get the basics out of the way. For batch code, we've got 7012, which works out to November 2021. I got this off of Joma Shop, and I couldn't find the receipt, but I'm pretty sure it's the same price that they have it listed for right now, which is 5% off of retail. You really can't find Chanel under retail. I think that's one of their things. Parfums de Marly is doing the same thing. All their prices are ridiculous now. I don't even really want to touch their stuff. I have Leighton, and I almost don't want to do anything else because they're so vehemently against discounters. But that being said, I got this off of Joma Shop. 5% off of retail is $113.98 is what they have it listed for right now. If you'd like to get it, that's the price you can get it for. It's a 3.4 ounce bottle, and that works out to $33.52 an ounce. That's on the, it's in the $30 to $40 bracket of designer fragrances, so it's a little more expensive, but not too bad. Projection, really, I thought this was very good. Gave it like an 8 out of 10. You only need a couple sprays. I think this is pretty potent stuff. Maybe 2 or 3 a day is pretty good. Off of paper, I could smell this from my kitchen counter, probably 10 feet away. Very good. Longevity, however, might be the downside, and it's not even really all that bad. It's like 7 hours. It's a day of work. This is actually, it's super versatile. So like wear it at work, wear it at play, do whatever you want with it. It's really good scent. So you're going to get that work day out of it longevity wise. I really thought this was a good scent. That being said, overall, like I said, I thought this was a really good scent. I liked wearing this. It's one of those fragrances that I don't hesitate to spray on, and I look forward to reapplying it in the evening after it's worn out. Like I said, the longevity, maybe not as great, but you reapply in the evening and you get that second set of 8 hours for your day. You run like a 16-hour day, 2 applications, that's your joint. I found this kind of reminded me of Hollister SoCal. Now, I haven't smelled that except walking around the mall, and I don't even really do that much because the mall's super far away, and malls are defunct anyways. The only time I ever go to a mall is to go to the Apple store after I smash a phone, which also doesn't happen all that often. But it kind of reminds me of that Hollister mall kind of scent. It's super non-offensive, although, a lot of people hate walking by those stores. And that's also probably because of how much they spray onto their clothing, into the store. Hollister goes crazy with their SoCal, Abercrombie with their Fierce, and I don't know what, I said Abercrombie, didn't I? I mean A&F, but all the stores do it. But it kind of reminds me of just that Hollister SoCal mall type scent, and really I don't think it's offensive at all. I think that's the coumarin, and then I'd have to, check the other ingredients listings, and that's something I'd like to do of more in the future. But I was reading, and on the internet, I'm pretty sure, let me check my notes. I'm pretty sure it's the alpha isomethyl that they say is like the best of the ionines. If you think it was on Perfumer's World or something like that, they say it's one of the best ionines. So I just kind of take it as a very nice, like kind of floral, the best floral chemical that you can use, I suppose, for lack of better terms. It's slightly deceptive on paper, I found. I don't think you should spray this on a test strip and call that a day, because it's going to be a bit sharper. It's going to be even slightly offensive, almost because the way it comes off on skin and just kind of permeates the air is way different than how it is concentrated and on a strip or on paper or however you want to do it. I just don't think that you're going to get the same experience. And this is one that really works out better in the air. And you're going to get it in the air because of how good the projection really is. You're not going to be struggling to smell this to try and get some sort of idea of what you smell like. You're not going to be burying your nose in your elbow, wondering like, oh man, what do I smell like? You're going to smell it. It's going to be almost in your face. You know, it's strong. It's a good scent. It's, you know, what you expect, really, is what it comes down to. On the strip, some of the individual kind of notes come out more. The vetivers, the citrals, the citronellol, right? Yeah, citronellol is in there. Just kind of the citrusy kind of fragrance chemicals just kind of come out a little more. They're a little sharper and stronger, and like I said, it's just better in the air. Also, I found in researching this, benzyl salicylate apparently is very good fixative, which apparently, I don't know, it doesn't work all that good on my skin since I was only getting 7 to 8 hours on it. But I imagine that this does actually last probably longer than that. You just get nose blind or it becomes a skin scent. Overall, I would say that this is a fragrance that is worth buying. If you asked me, should I buy this? I would be inclined to tell you that you should. I would be inclined to recommend this fragrance. But that being said, you guys shouldn't be buying anything because somebody says to buy it. You should only buy things that you want. And if you want it, go and get it if you have the means. If you want it and you buy it, don't let anybody tell you no. If you love it, you love it. That's just what it is. But this is not one that I would say, no, don't buy it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your money. I think if you're really going to try and buy just a couple fragrances or something, this is definitely one that you should consider. Obviously, I don't do a lot of sampling, but I assume that you can buy decants and samples of this somewhere on the internet, and it would be worth trying. And honestly, if you know what the scent profile is, I almost don't think you're going to be all that disappointed if you blind buy it. So, that being said, blind buy at your own risk, run the disclaimer, and all that other type of jazz. I really liked wearing this. I'm going to wear this. I think this came at a really good time. I work a lot. I have a second job. I do concert type activities, and being around a lot of people, I think this is actually just going to be really nice to wear outside around a lot of people. It's just not offensive, but it is fresh and clean, and just overall a very nice scent. So that being said, guys, till the next time I talk to you, find something that's as unique as you are. Chanel's not unique at all, but, you know, people don't know the difference. Wear it unabashedly. Until the next time I see you, talk to you, or anything else. Take it easy, guys. Thanks.